Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we have another blow against Cartoon Network. It's not looking real good for the long-term future of Cartoon Network. This is a follow-up to a video I think we did last week saying that Cartoon Network does not seem to be very important to Warner Brothers at this point.
No.
And now they are going to stop broadcasting Cartoon Network at 5 o'clock and just run Adult Swim.
Yeah, it's funny though. I said this to Pinky Boo, and she's like, well, maybe they stopped running Teen Titans Go all the time.
Yeah, right. It's like, how many times can you rerun it? But there's not much in the hopper. Like, there aren't many original series coming. There's that one that they're working with, Lion Forge. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but the adventure series with the black girl and the panther with the blue spots or whatever.
Oh,
but
I don't know.
There's talk that one might even get kicked over to Adult Swim. So how long until they just shut Cartoon Network down completely is what we're gonna
Just call it Adult Swim.
just call it Adult Swim and just be done with it. Yeah, and Adult Swim, they can just push that content on HBO Max. I mean, we've basically already seen what they're planning to do with Boomerang. We'll talk more about that for those of you that missed that video. But before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to Indiegogo, back Shadowbinders Volume 1, 2, and 3. If you're so inclined, this is our comic book graphic novel series. These are hardcover graphic novels. Can't talk today. Hardcover graphic novels. So you can get a copy of Shadowbinders Volume 3. You can also help us if you haven't secured a copy of 1 and 2 yet, which is sold out. We're going to do a print drive for that one as well. It's on Indiegogo. People have asked for Indiegogo because apparently there were some issues with the website. International backers especially had a hard time there. So check it out on Indiegogo, guys. So this article is coming from Cord Cutter News, and we saw it the other day. We just didn't get a chance to cover it yet, but you sent it over. As kids stop watching cable TV, Cartoon Network was going to stop broadcasting at 5 p.m. as Adult Swim expands.
Basically. So they said that Cartoon Network's target age is 6 to 12-year-olds, and now the average age of its viewers is 18 plus after 5 p.m.
I would say the Cartoon Network, because of shows like Steven Universe, they actually push their audience older anyway.
I agree. That's what I don't understand what the problem is, but okay.
I think that shows like, well, I think what happened was we basically had Adult Swim light shows getting greenlit and using Cartoon Network funds to basically push young adult shows, because like regular show could have easily been Adult Swim. I think it was actually designed for Adult Swim. Steven Universe had a mostly young adult audience. Adventure Time eventually had a more young adult audience as it got more serious and more ship friendly, I guess.
Yeah, ship. Were you right the first time? I don't know.
So I kind of wonder if they're just like, yeah, let's just rip the damn Band-Aid off, because it's mostly young adults watching Cartoon Network anyway. Let's just make more, Adult Swim. But yeah, they said Cartoon Network is expanding Adult Swim to 5 p.m. using its Tunami brand. Again, this is stuff they don't have to come up with.
But again, Tunami used to be, a section on Cartoon Network,
Yes.
and it's still skewed for kids.
Yeah. And it's not now, but they said they're going to air classic shows like Sailor Moon,
That's
DBZ.
what they used to run on Tunami, yeah.
Yep. Naruto. This revival is aimed at attracting older fans of the classic block that likely remember the shows fondly. It's going to happen on May 31st, so in a couple days. This all comes as Cartoon Network saw its viewership drop 19% in 2023. That's far better than some others, like Nickelodeon saw viewership drop 34%. Nick Jr. 24%, Disney Channel 26%, and Disney Junior 27%. Nobody's watching linear. Well, it doesn't help that the stuff that they have on sucks, and parents now they just plop their kid in front of YouTube or something. They said parents are moving their kids to online services like Disney Plus as they no longer see a need for cable TV.
Maybe. I don't know. I think they're more like other things, but okay.
Yeah, this is just their takeaway. So our we talked about this before. Our takeaway was that there's just not enough content on there to warrant people subscribing to or watching the channels anymore. I mean, basically Cartoon Network has become the Teen Titans Go network. They're not really doing anything new. A lot of the young adult shows that they greenlit during the Tumblr era, I don't know what we're going to call this, but during the Tumblr era, a lot of stuff has been pulled off already. And, Warner Brothers, I think they like pulled Infinity Train off completely. And I think Over the Garden Wall was another one they pulled. And again, that
was a good one though.
That actually was pretty good. Now, it's not talking about the quality of the show. We're not talking about the quality of the show here. We're just talking about just who is watching Cartoon Network, and it's not kids. They transition to, well, no jokes, no jokes intended, but they did. They did start skewing older as the audience aged. I think this kind of happened again with like Adventure Time. You had people coming in at, 10, 12 years old. And then by the time the show ended, they were like 20. But these cartoons always attract older audiences anyway, a lot of them. But, Boomerang, I don't see a future for that. I don't even know what Boomerang is now. I think it's like, it's just an online only thing, but MeTV is going to basically do Boomerang all over again. And, so like what is the purpose of Cartoon Network? There really isn't a purpose for it. And we talked about this before. They already shut their headquarters down. They've already taken a scan, I guess, of the hallway where all the different animators and showrunners used to do sketches and stuff. So it just feels like it's basically over for Cartoon Network at this point. And this is just another blow, I think, against them. But it's interesting, since we're going to talk about Adult Swim, Smiling Friends is one of the few hits that they have right now going for them. And, that and Rick and Morty, but, Smiling Friends is getting canceled now because they had Doug Walker from Channel Awesome in a cameo.
So wait, I'm confused. Like canceled, like the internet's trying to cancel them?
The internet's trying to cancel Smiling Friends because they tried to cancel Doug Walker. It didn't work. And now he has a cameo. God forbid he has a cameo in an Adult Swim show that's very popular. So now everybody's talking about trying to cancel him again. Also,
good luck with that. That usually works out the opposite way, but have fun.
So now everybody's like, well, we didn't know that the showrunners working on the show are such terrible people. And they're like, dude, they're edgelords. They're probably Trump voters.
Right, because Trump voters and edgelords just go in the same sentence, but okay.
Yeah, right. So, so they're like, what did the Pope do? Yeah, this weekend they tried to cancel Doug Walker, Richard Dreyfuss. Yeah,
because I guess he made some comments. He came out in a dress. He made some comments. I didn't even see what the comments were.
It was a Jaws screening or something, and he was making comments about it, and they had to apologize for him. And the Pope, they're also trying to cancel the Pope this weekend.
I didn't hear about the Pope one.
Because the Pope apparently used derogatory language about gay people behind closed doors or something.
Okay.
Pope. So we're going to cancel.
Behind closed doors. So do they have video evidence of this? Or someone said?
I think somebody said. It was in the New York Times. I
can say a lot of shit to make it true.
So yeah, they're canceling the Pope. They're canceling Richard Dreyfuss. And Doug Walker's been canceled. He was supposed to stay down, but yeah, apparently, I guess the drama with, and I have followed the Channel Awesome stuff very closely, but I guess the drama was that he was aware of some stuff that was going on his network or something and didn't say anything, and that's why he's canceled. I don't think he did anything himself that was bad. He just didn't say anything, and that made people pissed. Oh, this was the dude
we played Cards Against Humanities with?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually did. So this is a true story, and I don't think you're going to find footage of it anywhere because
they wouldn't let cameras in.
They wouldn't allow cameras in there. We actually, years ago, when we did the webcomic, the webcomic was pretty popular. Again, Shadowbinders, you can pick up the books on Indiegogo. But when we were doing that, we used to get invited to a lot of anime conventions. And one anime convention, we actually played Cards Against Humanity with Matt Mercer and Doug Walker. Which was interesting. That was the first time we ever played Cards Against Humanity. So they explained the rules to us, and we're like, my God, this is an awful game. But some of the stuff coming out of these guys' mouths, like there was a reason that they did not allow cameras or recordings because they absolutely positively would get canceled.
Yeah, well, that's because it's the game. It's the nature of the game.
Oh, they're trying to cancel the game now too, I guess. I've heard they're trying to cancel the game. So
shocker.
Yeah, but just somewhat related to Adult Swim. This is actually a good thing. The guy who did the voice of Brack, it turns out, and he was a co-creator of Adult Swim. Yeah, he's working as a delivery driver for Amazon.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Which is so weird. Andy Merrill, who I follow on Twitter, by the way, he posts funny stuff. But he said, yeah, if you would have told me 30 years ago today that I'd be at the bottomest, rockiest rung of the rock bottom ladder, I wouldn't have believed you. Like, can you believe that? Like,
I can believe it. Yeah. So I think it's right. No,
I don't think it's right either. And this is kind of how they treat their Adult Swim people, right? Because we talked about some of the voice actors on Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and not being treated incredibly well, obviously. And now we had this story come out, but there might be a silver lining. Apparently, he's been hanging out with Alex Hirsch, and it looks like he's going to get another gig in animation. I don't know if it's going to be on Adult Swim or not, but hopefully he can do some other work besides deliver packages for Amazon. So
that's good.
Maybe we'll have a happy ending.
Hopefully, because that's bullshit. I mean, it really, truly is.
But yeah, I just think it's over for Cartoon Network. I really do. I think this is another sign that it's over. They're not concerned about it. They're just going to make it all Adult Swim and then just phase the whole thing out eventually. We're going to wrap it up. Mm-hmm. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Bye.